Newsroom press release share. NVIDIA announces financial results for third quarter fiscal 2026. November 19, 2025. NVIDIA announces financial results for third quarter fiscal 2026. Record revenue of $57.0 billion, up 22% from Q2 and up 62% from a year ago. Record data center revenue of $51.2 billion, up 25% from Q2 and up 66% from a year ago. NVIDIA, NASDAQ, NVDA. Today reported record revenue for the third quarter ended October 26, 2025 of $57.0 billion, up 22% from the previous quarter and up 62% from a year ago. For the quarter, GAAP and non-GAAP gross margins were 73.4% and 73.6%, respectively. For the quarter, GAAP and non-GAAP earnings per diluted share were both $1.30. Blackwell sales are off the charts and cloud GPUs are sold out, said Jensen Huang, founder and CEO of NVIDIA. Compute demand keeps accelerating and compounding across training and inference, each growing exponentially. We've entered the virtuous cycle of AI. The AI ecosystem is scaling fast, with more new foundation model makers, more AI startups, across more industries, and in more countries. AI is going everywhere, doing everything, all at once. During the first 9 months of fiscal 2026, NVIDIA returned $37.0 billion to shareholders in the form of shares repurchased and cash dividends. As of the end of the third quarter, the company had $62.2 billion remaining under its share repurchase authorization. NVIDIA will pay its next quarterly cash dividend of $0.01 per share on December 26, 2025, to all shareholders of record on December 4, 2025. Q3 fiscal 2026 summary GAAP, highs in millions except earnings per share. Q3 FY2026, Q2 FY2026, Q3 FY2025, QQYY revenue 57,006, 46,743 hour and 35,082, 22%, 62%, gross margin 73.4%, 72.4%, 74.6%, 1.0 PTS, 1.2 PTS operating expenses 5,939, 5413, 4287, 8%, 36% operating income 36,010, 28,440, 21,869, 27%, 65% net income 31,910, 26,422, 19,309, 21%, 65%, diluted earnings per share 130, 1 bus 8, 0.78, 20%, 67%. Non-GAAP, in millions, except earnings per share. Q3 FY2026, Q2 FY2026, Q3 FY2025, QQYY revenue 57,006, 46,043, 35,082, 22%, 62%, gross margin 73.6%, 72.7%, 75.0%, 0.9 PTS, 1.4 PTS operating expenses 4,215 or 3,095, 346, 11%, 38% operating income 37,752, 30,065, 23,276 and 25%, 62% net income 31,767, 25,183, 20,010, 23%, 59% diluted earnings per share $1.30, 1 bonus 5, 0.81, 24%, 60%. Outlook. NVIDIA's outlook for the fourth quarter of fiscal 2026 is as follows. Revenue is expected to be $65.0 billion plus or minus 2%. GAAP and non-GAAP gross margins are expected to be 74.8% and 75.0% respectively, plus or minus 50 basis points. GAAP and non-GAAP operating expenses are expected to be approximately $6.7 billion and $5.0 billion respectively. GAAP and non-GAAP other income and expense are expected to be an income of approximately $500 million, excluding gains and losses from non-marketable and publicly held equity securities. GAAP and non-GAAP tax rates are expected to be 17.0% plus or minus 1%, excluding any discrete items. Highlights. Data center. Third quarter revenue was a record $51.2 billion, up 25% from the previous quarter and up 66% from a year ago. Revealed that NVIDIA Blackwell achieved the highest performance and best overall efficiency in the semi-analysis inference max benchmarks, while delivering 10x throughput per megawatt compared with the previous generation. Announced a strategic partnership with OpenAI to deploy at least 10 gigawatts of NVIDIA systems for OpenAI's next-generation AI infrastructure. Partnered with industry leaders including Google Cloud, Microsoft, Oracle, and xAI to build America's AI infrastructure with hundreds of thousands of NVIDIA GPUs. Announced that, for the first time, Anthropic will run and scale on NVIDIA infrastructure, initially adopting 1 gigawatt of compute capacity with NVIDIA Grace Blackwell and Vera Rubin systems. announced a collaboration with Intel to jointly develop multiple generations of custom data center and PC products with NVIDIA NVLink. Revealed plans to accelerate 7 new supercomputers, including with Oracle, to build the U.S. Department of Energy's largest AI supercomputer, Solstice, featuring 100,000 NVIDIA Blackwell GPUs, plus another system, Equinox, featuring 10,000 NVIDIA Blackwell GPUs. Celebrated the first NVIDIA Blackwell wafer produced on U.S. soil at TSMC's Arizona facility, representing revitalization of U.S. manufacturing as Blackwell reached volume production. Unveiled NVIDIA Rubin CPX, a new class of GPU purpose-built for massive context processing. Introduced NVIDIA NVQLink ATM, an open system architecture for tightly coupling the extreme performance of NVIDIA GPU computing with quantum processors, which will be adopted by more than a dozen supercomputing centers globally. Revealed that ARM is extending its Neoverse platform with NVIDIA NVLink Fusion and TM to accelerate AI data center adoption. Revealed that Meta, Microsoft, and Oracle will boost their AI data center networks with NVIDIA Spectrum XTM Ethernet networking switches. Introduced NVIDIA Omniverse TM DSX, a comprehensive open blueprint for designing and operating gigawatt-scale AI factories. Launched NVIDIA BlueField 4, the processor for the operating system of AI factories, with industry leaders including CoreWeave, Dell Technologies, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, Palo Alto Networks, Red Hat, and Vast Data building next-generation BlueField (ER) accelerated data center platforms. Partnered with Nokia to add NVIDIA-powered AI RAN products to Nokia's industry-leading RAN portfolio, enabling communication service providers to launch AI-native 5G Advanced and 6G networks on NVIDIA platforms. Unveiled the all-American AI RAN stack to accelerate the path to 6G with industry-leading partners Booz Allen, Cisco, MITRE, ODC, and T-Mobile. Teamed with Palantir Technologies to build a first-of-its-kind integrated technology stack for operational AI. Set records on the new MLPerf Inference v5.1 benchmark with NVIDIA Blackwell Ultra, and won every MLPerf training v5.1 benchmark. Revealed that NVIDIA is working with partners including CoreWeave, Microsoft, and Nscale to build the UK's next generation of AI infrastructure, and announced an investment of $2 billion in the UK market. Launched the world's first industrial AI cloud with Deutsche Telekom to power the AI era of Germany's industrial transformation. Announced that NVIDIA is working with the South Korea government and industrial leaders, including Hyundai Motor Group, Samsung Electronics, SK Group, and Naver Cloud, to expand the nation's AI infrastructure with over 250,000 NVIDIA GPUs. Gaming and AI PC third-quarter gaming revenue was $4.3 billion, down 1% from the previous quarter and up 30% from a year ago. Launched Borderlands 4, Battlefield 6, and ARC Raiders with NVIDIA DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation and NVIDIA Reflex. Celebrated 25 years of GeForce TM with the GeForce Gamer Festival in Seoul, South Korea, a live event including the latest NVIDIA RTX announcements. Unveiled an NVIDIA RTX TM Remix update, adding an advanced path-traced particle system that enables modders to enhance traditional effects. Released an NVIDIA blueprint for 3D object generation, RTX optimized NVIDIA TensorRT TM for Windows ML and performance boosts for leading AI tools on RTX AI PCs. Professional visualization. Third-quarter revenue was $760 million, up 26% from the previous quarter and up 56% from a year ago. Began shipping NVIDIA DGX Spark TM, the world's smallest AI supercomputer, delivering NVIDIA's AI stack in a compact form factor. Automotive and robotics. Third-quarter automotive revenue was $592 million, up 1% from the previous quarter and up 32% from a year ago. Introduced the NVIDIA Drive AGX Hyperion TM10 autonomous vehicle development platform, a reference compute and sensor architecture designed to enable automakers and developers to build safe, scalable Level 4 fleets. Partnered with Uber to scale the world's largest Level 4 ready mobility network starting in 2027, targeting 100,000 vehicles. revealed that NVIDIA and U.S. manufacturing and robotics leaders, including Agility Robotics, Amazon Robotics, Belden, Caterpillar, Foxconn, Figure, Lucid Motors, Skilled AI, Toyota, TSMC, and Wistron, are driving America's reindustrialization with physical AI. Announced that leading industrial solutions providers, including PTC and Siemens, introduce new services that bring NVIDIA Omniverse TM-powered digital twin workflows to their extensive installed base of customers. Unveiled NVIDIA IGX Thor TM, a powerful industrial-grade platform built to bring real-time physical AI directly to the edge. CFO Commentary. Commentary on the quarter by Colette Kress, NVIDIA's Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, is available at https://investor.nvidia.com. Conference call and webcast information. NVIDIA will conduct a conference call with analysts and investors to discuss its third quarter fiscal 2026 financial results and current financial prospects today at 2 p.m. Pacific Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. A live webcast, listen-only mode, of the conference call will be accessible at NVIDIA's investor relations website, https://investor.nvidia.com. The webcast will be recorded and available for replay until NVIDIA's conference call to discuss its financial results for its fourth quarter and fiscal 2026. Non-GAAP measures. To supplement NVIDIA's condensed consolidated financial statements presented in accordance with GAAP, the company uses non-GAAP measures of certain components of financial performance. These non-GAAP measures include non-GAAP gross profit, non-GAAP gross margin, non-GAAP operating expenses, non-GAAP operating income, non-GAAP other income, expense, net, non-GAAP net income, non-GAAP net income, or earnings per diluted share, and free cash flow. For NVIDIA's investors to be better able to compare its current results with those of previous periods, the company has shown a reconciliation of GAAP to non-GAAP financial measures. These reconciliations adjust the related GAAP financial measures to exclude stock-based compensation expense, acquisition-related and other costs, other gains, losses from non-marketable and publicly held equity securities, net, interest expense related to amortization of debt discount, and the associated tax impact of these items where applicable. Free cash flow is calculated as GAAP net cash, provided by operating activities less both purchases related to property and equipment, and intangible assets and principal payments on property and equipment and intangible assets. NVIDIA believes the presentation of its non-GAAP financial measures enhances the user's overall understanding of the company's historical financial performance. The presentation of the company's non-GAAP financial measures is not meant to be considered in isolation or as a substitute for the company's financial results prepared in accordance with GAAP, and the company's non-GAAP measures may be different from non-GAAP measures used by other companies. NVIDIA Corporation condensed, consolidated statements of income, in millions except per share data, unaudited. 3 months ended, 9 months ended, October 26th, October 27th, October 26th, October 27, 2025, 2024, 2025, 2024. Revenue $57,006, $35,082, $147,011, $91,66. Cost of revenue $15,057,8926, $45,441, $22,031. Gross profit $41,849, $26,056, $123,076, $91,35. Operating expenses: research and development $475,3390, $12,985, $9,200. Sales general and administrative $11,134,897, $3297, $2,516. Total operating expenses $5,839, $4,287, $69,282, $11,716. Operating income $36,010, $21,869, $86,088, $57,419. Interest income $624,472, $1732, $1275. Interest expense $61,061, $186, $186. Other income net $1363, $36, $3418, $301. Total other income net $1926, $447, $4964, $19390. Income before income tax $30,936, $22,316, $91,052, $58,809. Income tax expense $6,026, $3,007, $13,945, $8,020. Net income $31,999, $10, $19,309, $77,17, $57,89. Net income per share basic $131,079, $3116, $207. Diluted $130, $078, $314 or 204. Weighted average shares used in per share computation: basic 24,327, 24,533, 24,378, 24,577, diluted 24,483, 24,704, 24,542, 24,837. NVIDIA Corporation condensed consolidated balance sheets in millions. Unaudited. October 26, January 26, 2025. 2025. Assets, current assets, cash, cash equivalents, and marketable securities, $60,608, $43,210. Accounts receivable, net $33,391, $23,065. Inventories, $19,784, $10,080. Prepaid expenses and other current assets, $2,709, $3,771. Total current assets, $116,492, $80,126. Property and equipment, net $9,786, $283. Operating lease assets, $2,281, $1,793. Goodwill, $6,261, Intangible assets, net $936, $807. Deferred income tax assets, $13,674, $10,979. Other assets, $11,724, $6,425. Total assets, $161,148, $111,601. Liabilities and shareholders. Equity current liabilities, accounts payable, $8,724, $6,310. Accrued and other current liabilities, $16,452, $11,737. Short-term debt, $999. Total current liabilities, $26,075, $18,047. Long-term debt, $7,468, $8,463. Long-term operating lease liabilities, $2,014, $1,519. Other long-term liabilities, $6,694, $4,245. Total liabilities, $42,251, $32,274. Shareholders' equity, $118,897, $79,327. Total liabilities and shareholders' equity, $161,148, $111,611. NVIDIA Corporation condensed consolidated statements of cash flows in millions. Unaudited. 3 months ended, 9 months ended. October 26th, October 27th, October 26th, October 27th, 2025, 2024, 2025, 2024. Cash flows from operating activities. Net income, $31,910, $19.39, or $77,107, $57.89. Adjustments to reconcile net income to net cash provided by operating activities. Stock-based compensation expense, $1,655, $1,252, $4,753, $3,416. Depreciation and amortization, $752, $478, $231, $1,321. Deferred income taxes, $124,602, $235, $3,879. Gains on non-marketable equity securities and publicly held equity securities, net, $1,354, $37, $3,406, $302. Other, $80, $79, $276, $365. Changes in operating assets and liabilities, net of acquisitions. Accounts receivable, $5,583, $3,561, $10,325, $7,694. Inventories, $4,823, $978, $9,703, $2,357. Prepaid expenses and other assets, $89, $7,014, $857, $726. Accounts payable, $2,223, $1,689, $2,032, $2,490. Accrued and other current liabilities, $1,129.66, $4,204, $3,918. Other long-term liabilities, $332, $266, $1,311, $849. Net cash provided by operating activities, $23,750, $17,629, $66,530, $47,460. Cash flows from investing activities. Proceeds from maturities of marketable securities, $2,728, $1,386, $8,980, $9,485. Proceeds from sales of non-marketable equity securities, $266, $72, $171. Proceeds from sales of marketable securities, $154, $487, $318. Purchases of marketable securities, $5,718, $4,518, $20,076, $19,565. Purchases of non-marketable equity securities, $3,706, $473, $4,702, $1,008. Purchases related to property and equipment and intangible assets, $1,637, $8.3, $4,058, $2,159. Acquisitions, net of cash acquired, $6,994, $47, $1,370, $465. Net cash used in investing activities, $9,025, $4,345, $21,367, $13,223. Cash flows from financing activities. Proceeds related to employee stock plans, $274,204, $643, $489. Payments related to repurchases of common stock, $12,456, $10,998, $36,271, $25,895. Payments related to employee stock plan taxes, $2,429, $1,680, $5,809, $5,068. Dividends paid, $243, $245, $732, $589. Principal payments on property and equipment and intangible assets, $24, $29, $97, $97. Repayment of debt, $1,250. Net cash used in financing activities, $14,878, $12,048, $42,266, $34,10. Change in cash and cash equivalents, $153, $536, $2,297, $1,127. Cash and cash equivalents at beginning of period, $11,639, $8,571, $8,589, $7,280. Cash and cash equivalents at end of period, $11,486, $9,107, $11,486, $9,107. Supplemental disclosures of cash flow information. Cash paid for income taxes. Net $4,858, $3,540, $13,309, $10,989. NVIDIA Corporation reconciliation of GAAP to non-GAAP financial measures in millions except per share data. Unaudited. 3 months ended. 9 months ended. October 26, July 27, October 27, October 26, October 27, 2025, 2025, 2024, 2025, 2024. GAAP cost of revenue $15,157, $12,1990, $8,926, $45, $441, $22,031. GAAP gross profit $41,849, $33,053, $26,156, $102,370, $69,035. GAAP gross margin 73.4%, 72.4%, 74.6%, 69.3%, 75.8%. Acquisition related and other costs: A 48, 49, 116, 219, 355. Stock-based compensation expense: B 70, 58, 50, 192, 125. Other 0.44. Non-GAAP cost of revenue $15,039, $12,783, $8,060, $45,026, $25,555. Non-GAAP gross profit $41,967, $33,960, $23,322, $102,085, $69,611. Non-GAAP gross margin 73.6%, 72.7%, 75.0%, 16.05%, 76.4%. GAAP operating expenses $5,839, $5,413, $4,287, $16,282, $11,716. Stock-based compensation expense: B 1585, 1566, 1212, $45,661, $32,291. Acquisition-related and other costs: A 39, 37, 39, 130, Other 15. Non-GAAP operating expenses $4,215, $3,795, $3,46, $11,593, $8,339. GAAP operating income $36,010, $28,440, $21,869, $86,088, $57,419. Total impact of non-GAAP adjustments to operating income was $42, $1,725, $1,475, $104, $3,853. Non-GAAP operating income side $37,052, $30,065, $23,276, $91,100, $61,270. GAAP total other income net worth $9,926, $2,766, $447, $4,964, $1,390. Gains from non-marketable equity securities and publicly held equity securities net $1,354, $2,247, $37, $3,426, $302. Interest expense related to amortization of debt discount $1,113. Non-GAAP total other income net $573, $520, $411, $1,541, $1,091. GAAP net income $31,910, $26,469, $22,939, $77,117, $50,789. Total pre-tax impact of non-GAAP adjustments $389, $521, $1,371, $1,680, $3,554. Income tax impact of non-GAAP adjustments C 532, $166, $670, $1,391, $12,144. Tax expense from ABA $48. Non-GAAP net income $31,767, $25,783, $20,010, $77,444, $52,099. Diluted net income per share GAAP 1.30, 108.078, $314, $204. Non-GAAP 130, $105.081, $316, $210. Weighted average shares used in diluted net income per share computation. Net cash provided by operating activities. Purchases related to property and equipment and intangible assets. 637, 194, 813, 158, 159. Principal payments on property and equipment and intangible assets. 24, 21, 29, 97, 9. Free cash flow. 22. 61. Tax expense included represents impact from all One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Includes 20 charges, releases, net, which were $4.5 billion, insignificant for the first, second, and third quarter of fiscal 2026, respectively. Acquisition-related and other costs are comprised of amortization of intangible assets, transaction costs, and certain compensation charges, and are included in the following line items: 3 months ended, 9 months ended, October 26th, July 27th, October 27th, October 26th, October 27th, 2020, cost of revenue, 16, research and development, 29, 23, sales, general, administrative, 16, 20, stock-based compensation consists of the following: 3 months ended, 9 months ended, October 26, July 27, October 27, October 26, October 27, 2020, 2020, 2025, 2020, cost of revenue, 70, 50, research and development. General and administrative, $379. Income tax impact of non-adjustments, including the recognition of excess tax benefits or deficiencies related to stock-based compensation under the accounting standard, ZU 2016-9. NVIDIA Corporation, reconciliation of GAAP to non-GAAP outlook. Q4 FY2026 outlook, Haas in millions. GAAP gross margin 74.8%, impact of stock-based compensation expense, acquisition-related costs, and other costs 0.2%, non-GAAP gross margin 75.0%, GAAP operating expenses $6,650, stock-based compensation expense, acquisition-related costs, and other costs $1,650, non-GAAP operating expenses $5,000. Settings: use appropriate media.